Why is it that I don't know what it is I'm going to say or do during the day? Because I've got inner silence. The problem with getting inner silence is you become a mouthpiece for something else and you don't know what it's going to be. Some people say, I get a download, and then it takes a while for it to express itself in me. And sometimes I get the word that we're not going to express this download for a while because people aren't ready for it. I don't get those. I don't get downloads. I don't. I don't get things to consider. I get weird things like, my eyes will drift off and I'll see a sign that says running room. It's a store that sells shoes. And I'll wonder, why the hell did my eye catch that? Today I saw a license plate. It had a 888 on it, 888. I see these quite a bit, these triple numbers. Statistically, do I see them more than I should? I don't know how you would run that statistics. How many license plates are on the road at any one time? And, if you see triple numbered license plates when you're out for 6 hours, I think you would see them occasionally. They make them at the license plate factory, and some people have got them. Does it mean something? Maybe it means something. Mostly, I don't know. I don't know. Why is it that I am not given the gift of having choice? Milton Friedman from the Chicago School of Business said choice is the reason we have a free market. It's so that everyone can go to the market and choose. They can consider, this orange. Do I want this orange or do I want this other one? Maybe one is a different type of orange, a clementine orange from Morocco, and this one is a sun-kissed from California. Which one do you want? How do you choose? Well, I had this kind before, and I had this kind before. I like this one better, so this is the one I'm going to buy. Or do you do it in your head, pros and cons? The sun-kissed is kind of a big orange. I want to eat oranges. Do I want to eat one big orange or 2 small oranges? Is it more work to peel one big orange or 2 small oranges? Do I prefer to have a 1 small orange and see if I'm had enough orange? Or do I want to, peel a big orange and then eat a couple of pieces of it and then find, I don't want to eat my orange, and this orange is kind of like peeled now. I don't want it later. I want a fresh peeled one. Some people on YouTube say they're getting into higher dimensions where they can see possible timelines for themselves, and then they get to choose which timeline they want to express. I don't get that. I don't get to see anything like that at all. Why did they get blessed with these abilities and not me? Because the ones who are feeding me what you're hearing right now are nasty. They're black magicians. They do black magics all the time. How do they know they're black magicians? Because I tell them. But all the information that I get is from them, isn't it? So they want to be called black magicians. Why? Because they like the idea of being evil or something. Sometimes they like to call themselves creators of my reality. Who are they? Black magicians. How is it that black magicians can do black magic? They say it took a long time to become black magicians. 600 million billion centuries. And that's how we got to be black magicians. How long did it take you to become a liar? When we were about 6 years old, we learned that we could lie and pull it off with our parents. It's never going to be too easy to become involved with elves and fairies, because elves and fairies are pretty much, how do you know they're elves and fairies, or they're just not computer-generated characters that are something you watch on television and then somebody mimics? It's never going to be easy to be able to make a kind of a noise. Never going to be too easy to do that one. It's never going to be too easy to talk backwards. You know, like in the olden days, they used to go and say, you could play Led Zeppelin, and it was Stairway to Heaven, and if you played it backwards on your record machine, you could hear hidden messages. But now, you know, there's certain computer apps that'll play these things backwards. This is all old. It's so repetitive. This was way back in Led Zeppelin's day, the 70s. And these tape recorders were first invented, I don't know, in the 1930s or something. Really? You're just discovering this now? It's so used and old. What is it like to be a puppet for somebody else? I hate it. I hate the idea of everything coming to me and I don't get to consider it before I say it. Is it perfect for you? It's perfect for someone, not for me. I don't know. They keep wanting me to come back and talk about somebody else's interview. They're interviewing me and they want me to comment on somebody else's comment, and I've already done it in a previous video. Who are they? They're stupid. They're stupid, and why are they doing what they're doing? Because they can. What do I think of them? I think they should be hung. Capital punishment. Where are they? They're mostly in your mind. Does your mind create scenarios for you to live through this? Is it your mind, or is it just capital M mind? On another tack, where is mind? Is it inside your physicality, or is outside? Are we really connected by the collective unconscious, or is that just some kind of a fake news story from Carl Jung in 1910 or something? What is really going on with canceling Netflix? Oh, you didn't hear? Yes, everyone on the planet has decided to cancel their Netflix subscription and not go to CBS All Access and not go back to over-the-air television signals. They just decided they were going to take their television sets and take them to the recycling place and not buy a new one. What else? Oh, people were thinking about, what about, going back to my Parker Brothers board games? I bought my friend a classic board game called Risk for Christmas. It was at least 2 years ago. With the idea, because when we were kids, we used to play this game once in a while. So the idea was, I'll buy it for you. It was $50. How many times have we played Risk? I never played it. Did he ever open up the box? No. Am I disappointed? Yes. I used to go over there. He'd be sitting in front of Hawaii 5-0 and NCIS. And his coffee table would be covered with like 4 plates full of old food from the previous 3 days and pizza boxes. And the garbage would be just totally up to the top of a large industrial sized garbage can and then spilling out over onto the floor. And I stopped going over there. I said, do you want to do something like play that Risk game I bought you? No, I'm watching this. Do you want to have a conversation? I got some interesting things to talk about. No, I'm going to watch Hawaii 5-0. And then I'm watching NCIS. Then I'm going to bed at 11 o'clock and you got to leave. It's not even going to be helpful for somebody like that to talk to me because they're so closed-minded. So closed-minded. It's never going to be easy to let go of NCIS and Hawaii 5-0, which isn't even the original Hawaii 5-0. But, somebody who's known you for a long time comes over, bought you an old board game, $50. Kind of wanted to just chit-chat about a few things. You'd rather watch the television and your fucking pigsty of a place that you live in than talk to your old friend. It's really sad. I'm never going to figure out how to get into the place where I'm interesting to other people. I'm never going to get to the place where I'm yellow. What does that mean? Well, it's never going to be easy to be Chinese. How can I be Chinese? Well, apparently I'm Chinese in another version of me. Who am I? It's never going to be too easy for me to be in a dog's body. Who am I? I'm never going to be able to answer someone who's giving me their answers while I'm still recording on the video. It's just the way it is. I don't like people talking and answering me when I'm telling them time and again, if I'm doing a video, shut up. They're very stupid. They do what they do. Who are they? Ah, you know, it doesn't really matter. How long can I talk for? I don't know. It's been 15 minutes. What is the matrix? The matrix are basically things like, you get a frisbee, and in the springtime you go out with your dog and you throw the frisbee at the dog, and it jumps up in the air and catches the frisbee and runs back to you and wants to do it again. Matrix. Do I enjoy listening to myself, not knowing what I'm going to say? Yes. Yes. I do enjoy listening to what I have to say. Do I still wish that I had some choices about what I was going to say? Yes. So who is it that's really talking through me? It ain't me, babe. The voice of the other says, it's coming through me to you. I keep going back and back through all these other apparent things, and I can't get to who is it that is speaking me as if I'm a puppet. They say, I am unable to tell you my name because I don't even know who I am. Huh? Are you God? No, I don't consider myself God. That's some kind of a great and powerful thing. I'm not. Stuff just comes in. I don't feel it coming in as a download. I just open my mouth and speak. Really? You don't think about what you're doing? Nope. There's no thinking going on, Maybe I should say this, maybe I shouldn't say that. Sometimes. How do you decide what to say? I don't. What do you mean? Sometimes it's like, consider this, consider that. It comes in, it's in mind for a little while. Do I talk about it? I don't know what I'm going to say. When I was young, if I had an idea in my head, did I have a choice about what I wanted to say? Yes, I did. I had a filter. I got no filter now. Do I miss it? I don't know. It's gone. Will it ever come back? I don't know. Sometimes I get annoyed because it's like there's some idea in my head and there's a certain way I'd like to present it. And then when I talk, it comes out wrong. It's not the way that I would have done it. Somebody else changed it. What's the point of existing if you're going to be someone else's puppet? I don't really want to tell you, but if I could find the puppeteer, I would shoot it. Somebody used to say, shoot the Buddha, if you ever meet the Buddha. I would shut the one down. I mean, the words are coming out, and I don't know what I'm going to say. But the puppeteer says, knowing who I am, I would find the puppeteer, and I would delete them from existence so I could be me again. How did the puppeteer make me its puppet? I can't tell you, the puppeteer says, because then you would know that I am what you say I am, a puppeteer. But I keep saying, no, 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 I am not that. Are you the Great Spirit? No, not as far as I know. Why don't I have a choice anymore about what's going to be said? because I can't figure it out either. Is this 5D? I don't know. Descriptions. It's just the way it is. Am I ever going to be able to choose what I want to do? You didn't today. You just did it. Is that Zen? It might be Zen, but it doesn't have any choice. Someone once said, choiceless awareness. And it sounded like it was some advanced thing. Isn't it an advanced thing? Advanced on what? Having choices? But I mean, everything's all pre-organized for you. You do what you do. You don't get to choose what you want to do, but you do what you do. Isn't it easier that way? I still get yelled at for not doing it the way somebody else wants it. So it hasn't improved your life. No, it hasn't improved my life at all. Being Zen. Not at all. No. In fact, I don't get to read books anymore. I used to really love to read stories. I don't get to read anymore. I get to do what other beings want me to do. And they don't like much reading at all. And when we go to movies, they talk through the whole movie. Who are the beings? They don't know who they are either. They're just rude because they talk in movies. And they don't like to hear some certain people do their YouTube lectures that, it might sound interesting to me, but they don't like it, so they don't let me. Is it mind control? It's not necessarily mind control. It's mostly just their will, and their will is, for me to be a puppet. I can't tell you anything more about that because that's all they give me to tell you. Who am I? I'm Harry Weaver, your narrator.